My name is Bryan Davis. My title is CEO of Lost Spirits. Lost Spirits is a really weird, deranged, sort of theme park-esque tasting room / distillery experience that I don't even quite know how to describe. In 2014, I ended up being the first person to ever figure out how to make 20-year-old booze in a laboratory. And so we thought, well, okay, I mean, first off, you're making a whiskey that tests the limits of morality by using this technology to do it. And so we called it Abomination, named each one of the different expressions after chapters of the Island of Dr. Moreau. And then we built a Island of Dr. Moreau-esque tasting room and made it into a stop on the river. We set up a dock where the boat would dock and you could get off and walk through the distillery. It was never intended to be what it turned into. I mean, the only way we let people in was if you knew us. The whole thing was built and engineered to accommodate 8 people every 2 hours. And we thought, well, okay, I mean, if people are really into this, it was a hell of a lot of fun to build. Let's go do more of it. I mean, when I talk to my internal staff and I go what is the dream? The idea that you're in a big city somewhere and there's this discrete door. And if you just knew that that discrete door was there, you could open this door and somehow teleport into this other world. And once inside, you can then go explore and then eventually pop back out and return to your life, X number of hours later. We were starting to run out of space. I mean, we were going back and ripping out finished areas to rebuild them again because we were just out of territory, so to speak. So we bought a restaurant in the Arts District and then started building and, bought a fleet of buses and then started figuring out how to re-engineer the interior space and build them so you could transport people between your buildings. And then the cool thing is now you're unbound to geography. You can really have fun with people, right? Where you pick everyone up at your main location and then drop them all off 2 blocks away. So welcome to our fermentation jungle. This is actually where the rum is being fermented. So the reason that we have the setting that we do is because one of the biggest challenges that we faced building this place is that we're in downtown Los Angeles, and rum is made in hot tropical climates, not dry, arid ones. And so one of the biggest challenges we faced all along was how do you create the right environment to be able to make rum in it? And so we really set out to make a jungle from the get-go in order to be able to create the right environment to produce the rum. At the end of the day, it's really all about the booze. The spirits are the driver, right? So, I mean, the room you're in right now is the garden because that's where you would drink the brandy. The submarine was the submarine because that's where the Navy rum draws its inspiration, right? It's a Navy rum. It's about creativity, inspiration, inspiring people to think about things a little bit different and a little bit broader. And not necessarily accept that the world around them always has to be as it is. And I think maybe if there's one thing that I want them to leave taking away, it's that more than anything else.